Hey everybody, it's Chance with UIL Estate Group. What if I was to tell you there was a metric out there to help you differentiate UIL programs' strengths and weaknesses versus other schools in the state of Texas? Well, matter of fact there is, and that's what this video is going to be about today. So what is this metric that's available to help us differentiate between UIL programs in the state of Texas? Well, what that's called is the Lone Star Cup. And what is the Lone Star Cup, you ask? The Lone Star Cup is a point system developed by the UIL that recognizes team achievement, which includes academics, athletics, and music. Here on the screen is the list of UIL sanctioned events that go into the scoring of the Lone Star Cup. Just pick out a few. If you'll notice, there's marching band, mariachi, military marching band, robotics, and then obviously the athletic events that everyone would expect to be in there when you're talking about the UIL. Now what I'm going to do today is take the final Lone Star Cup standings from the 22-23 school year and then see how the Lake Ray Roberts area schools came out in the final standings. So we're going to start off the list today with number 9, which is Valley View, who this year got 0 points in the Lone Star Cup standings. Number 8, which is Tioga ISD. Tioga scored 10 points this year in the Lone Star Cup standings. Tioga's highest ranking sport was football, and they finished 147th overall in their classification. Moving on to number 7 was Pilot Point with 15 points. Pilot Point had a tie for its highest scores, which were marching band and softball, and they finished 102nd overall in their classification. Number 6 would be Gainesville, who finished the year with 22 points. Gainesville's highest scorer out of their program was boys soccer, and they finished 109th overall in their classification. 5th in the Lake Ray Roberts area ISDs was Sanger with a total of 25 points. And their high scores were all tied between softball, volleyball, and girls basketball. And what that tells me by looking at that is that they have a very strong girls program, and they finished 99th overall in their classification. Moving on to number 4 would be Kalispberg with 28 points. Kalispberg's highest scoring UIL event this year was boys golf, in which they won the state championship and finished 53rd overall. I don't think it's a coincidence that they have a country golf course and country club in the center of their school district. And then there's a photo of the state championship team there from Kalispberg. Number 3 would be Collinsville with 40 points. Collinsville's highest score was their baseball team, and in the UIL Lone Star Cup standings, they finished 16th overall. Number 2 on the list of the Lake Ray Roberts area ISDs and Lone Star Cup standings was Whitesboro with 58 points. Whitesboro's highest score was the girls cross-country team, which they won the state championship, and then they finished 8th overall in the Lone Star Cup standings for their classification. There's a photo of that girls state championship team. And then number 1 in the Lake Ray Roberts area for Lone Star Cup standings was Arbery with 69 points. Their highest score was their volleyball team, and they finished 6th overall in their classification. When you're comparing and contrasting different communities and ISDs and considering where you want to move, I do think the Lone Star Cup standings is an important tool to use when trying to decide where you want to live. For instance, Pilot Point is the only school on the list that's highest scorer was marching band. If you have kids that are really active in marching band and you need to break a tie and figure out, hey, which school has the stronger extracurricular program for my child, then maybe you would choose Pilot Point for marching band. Or let's say you have a daughter that's strong in several girls' sports and you want to compare 2 or 3 schools and see which one might be the best fit for your daughter, which according to this list looks like Sanger would be the best place if you have a multi-sport girl in the family. I don't think the Lone Star Cup is the end-all be-all when deciding between schools, but I do think if you combine that with the TEA scores on the academic side, it can help you paint a bigger and broader picture of the ISD that you're considering moving into. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe now you know a little bit more about the Lone Star Cup and can use it when you're trying to decide where you want to live and choose one community over the other. I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe my channel, and I'll continue to put out more videos that provide you with information telling you about the Lake Ray Roberts area that we all know and love. Again, I'm Chance Kirby with UIL Estate Group, and we'll see you next time.